Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And today we have some coins from the Netherlands from 1983. We have the year set from the Netherlands from 1983, starting with this one on the top, the Netherlands 5-cent coin. And when you look at coins from the Netherlands, you look at a couple things. This is the essentially the mint mark, which in the U.S. is actually it's a kind of a medical symbol we use it for. And over here, we have an anvil, and that is the stamp of the director of the mint at that point in time in the Netherlands. We see right here it says 5 CT or 5 cents. This is a bronze coin, as you can see, and it has a smooth edge. And if we flip it over, we'll see something that's on all of these coins, and that is Queen Beatrix from the Netherlands. So it says Beatrix Koninginder Nederlanden, Beatrix, Queen of the Netherlands. And there's her portrait kind of to the facing to the left here. These coins are uncirculated, but they do get a little bit of tarnish on them as they sit in the plastic envelopes. And as you can see, they're not the immensely shiny coins. Now, these coins aren't of any value anymore in terms of buying anything in the Netherlands. So if you go to Amsterdam, you can't really use one of these because it's been replaced by the euro. And we'll talk a little bit more about the euro later. So this coin was demonetized on February 28, 2002. How many did they make? They made 60 million of these. And how many people were in the Netherlands in 1983? Probably about 14 million. So they didn't make a huge number of coins for the year, but they made enough apparently to get by. And of course, they've always used other currencies in the Netherlands. Kind of, you can kind of mix and match a little bit with the dollar and some other things once in a while in the Netherlands. But there's a 5 cent. And the next one is a small one. And this thing, when I say tiny, I mean tiny. Again, we see that it says 10 cents, and you see that this one is a 10 cent. It's a different material. And the currency in Netherlands is the Gulden, Gulden. And sometimes it's spelled in different ways in the English spellings, but the Gulden is broken up into 100 pieces. And so the 5 cent coin was 1/20th, and this 10 cent coin is 1/10th. And if we look at it, we see that it's made of nickel. It's not the brass of the original one. And it has a reeded rim on it. And again, we have Queen Beatrix of the Netherlands on here facing to the left. Now, how small is it? Well, let's compare it to a Canadian dime. Oh my goodness, it is just, let's put the Canadian dime inside on underneath it. Let's take a look. So this is how it compares to a Canadian dime. It is just way small. It is actually 1.5 grams, so it's light too, 15 grams in diameter. How about compare it to a Mexican 1 centavo? Way small compared to that. Well, let's get more local. Let's compare it to the new euros. And there's Queen Beatrix right there again on the new 1 euro cent coins. And look at this. It's even way smaller than a 1 euro cent coin. So this is a small, tiny 10 cent coin. And it is, again, this one is been demonetized. Same mint marks on it. So very similar coins for the year sets from the Netherlands. The next one's a 25 cent coin. The 25 cent coin is actually quite a bit bigger. It's a 3 gram coin. These coins were engraved by Bruno Ninneber van Eyben. And so he was the engraver of the front and the back of these coins. And on these particular coins, and from the Netherlands, we don't see the engraver's initials on these. That's just not how they do it there. Again, we have a reeded rim. And in 1983, they made about 18.2 million of these. Next up, the 1 Gulden coin. Now you see there's one underneath there, and some people say, okay, I know that the Netherlands has a number of more than one Gulden coins. And so they were one of the first countries to kind of have a higher quote dollar amount or coin amount. And this is, of course, the 1 Gulden coin. And if we look at it, we see that it has all the same stuff, except it's smooth. So we've gone back to a smooth rather than a reeded or milled rim. And this one weighs 6 grams. So the 1 Gulden weighs about twice what the quarter or 25-cent one weighs. So their weights are a little bit different too. There is not a 50 Gulden coin from this year. And then again we have Queen Beatrix facing to the left. And then next we have the 2.5 Gulden coin. So 2.5, I just love that. So we did have banknotes at the time. So there were 5 Gulden banknotes. And this 2.5 was half of them. Again, a smooth rim. And when we get to the 2.5 Gulden coin, we're talking about 10 grams. And it actually has something interesting on it. So let's look at that rim. It's not just smooth. It actually says some things on it. And if we look, we can see the letters on here. And what it says is, God be with you. And it says it, of course, in Dutch. So it says, God zu met ons. And there's the ons. There's the met. Can you see those okay? It's kind of hard to see, and the lighting's a little funky, but there's a M-E-T. And then we have the Z-U. Let's see if we can change that light. It's really, these coins are just hard to eliminate. There's the Z-U. And then we have the God here, G-O-D. So God be with you. So this is the 2.5, which in 1983 was the highest coin amount that they made. And for this 2.5, in 1983, they made about 3.8 million. Now, some of you say, well, where's the 5 Gulden coin? And they did not make those in 1983, but here's a 1988 one. And you notice this one gets smaller. They changed the metal. They changed the rim and have an accused rim on this one. So this is a 5 Gulden from 1988. And again, it has the same God be with you on the rim. And it's incused. In other words, they cut it into the rim, and then it's Queen Beatrix again. So for our 1983s, we have the 2.5. We have the 1. We have the 25, the 10, the tiny 10, and we have the 5-cent coin from the 1983 Netherlands connection. All right, that's all we have for DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We hope you enjoy our coins from the Netherlands. And if you're ever in Amsterdam, try to pick some of these up. You can. There's a couple nice coin dealers in Amsterdam that you can get these from if you want some of the old Netherlands coins. Have a great day.